This should be interesting, right?
Well, it's been a while, so you know these players have faced each other back in their collegiate days. But now this is a different scene. It's a different court. It's a different arena, different dynamics altogether.
And now let's meet the starters
And it's
first.
time to get this game going, so let's go down to our Coliseum partner, Noel Zarate, to get us started.
Outside spiker from the Ateneo de Manila University, team captain number 2, Eliza Valdez. Middle blocker from the National University, number 5, Risa Sato. Middle blocker from the College of St. Benilde, number 6, Jeanette Panaga. Opposite hitter from De La Salle University, number 7, Michelle Gumabao. Center from the Ateneo de Manila University, number 12, Gia Morado. Outside spiker from Adamson University, number 15, Gemma Galanza. Starting libero from the Far Eastern University, number 11, Kyla Tienza. And the interim head coach for CREAMLINE is Sherman Meneses. And now the starters for the Santa Lucia Lady Realtors. Middle blocker from De La Salle University, number 5, Mika Reyes. Opposite hitter from the University of Santo Tomas, number 8, Aiza Maizo Montillas. Center also from UST, team captain number 12, Ruby De Leon. Outside spiker from Juniata College, number 13, MJ Phillips. Middle blocker from the University of St. La Salle, number 15, Del Palomata. Outside spiker from the Bulacan State University, number 20, Jonah Sabete. Starting libero for Santa Lucia out of Anderson University, number 1, Bang Pineda. Head coach for the Lady Realtors is Erickson Orculio. And this game is held under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board. This is match number 2 between CREAMLINE and Santa Lucia. This is the Premier Volleyball League.
The starters for the defending champions, CREAMLINE Cool Smashers, including the new addition, Jeanette Panaga. Atienza will be the libero, while Bang Pineda will serve her duties on the other side. We haven't even talked about Del Palomata, one of them late additions also to Santa Lucia, to add on to the height that numero 8, as they call her, Aiza Maizo Montillas and Mika Reyes will provide. What are you looking for at the start of this match, other than them trying to get into the flow of things? Because when you talk to the players, they're saying they haven't scouted any of a lot of the other opponents because nobody's been playing. So the strategy is to concentrate on themselves first. So with that in mind, what are you looking for in this matchup, in the opening set at least?
Yeah, well, I think first and foremost it's to see how organized the teams are, because it all starts from there. If you're very organized as a team, it's very easy for you to adjust to your opponent, especially in this case where they will be meeting each other for the first time.
Nice corner find there by MJ Marjana Phillips to tie the match 1-1. Cool Smashers, Lady Realtors playing at the PCB Socio-Civic and Cultural Center in Bacara, Ilocos Norte. It's been a fine first day for the first professional volleyball league in the Philippines. Nice pickup there. Sato keeping it alive. Pineda. Well, that's out. It's a little wide for Aiza Maizo Montillas. You know, she is making her comeback in a way to the V-League, because she was part of the V-League after she came out of college from UST after her championship, season 73 if I'm not mistaken, then going to season 74. And then the next year she was part of the V-League, and we'll talk more about that later. But first, it is 2-1, courtesy of CREAMLINE. Ball still alive. Cross court, Pineda was there. Aiza pushes it to the other side. That's a double touch on Risa Sato, so we're tied early here in the first set.
And a little bit of force there at the net. Maizo obviously using her experience.
Mika Reyes, Lady Realtor. So technically, this is only her 6th game as a Lady Realtor. That's a nice attack there from Gemma Galanza. And if we're going to judge and from that form, from that flight, it seems like it's the Gemma Galanza that we saw from the finals of the 2019 Open Conference. I know that might be overstating it with one flight, but hey, she's looking good.
Good play.
Phillips in the middle. Oh, she must be happy to have, you know, a Maizo and a Mika Reyes right now helping her here with the Lady Realtors. Who's their highest finish in the PSL was a 5th place in 2018, if I'm not mistaken.
And, you know, this is just the right balance that they would need in the team so that they are able to distribute more to other players.
I don't know what the call there is, but a point will be awarded to the Lady Realtors. We have, by the way, referees Bobby Celso and Rene Gaspilio here. 4-3, 4 serving 3. Misreceived, which keeps it alive. Atienza sends it over. Phillips setting up De Leon. And a nice strike there from Jonah Sabete, one of those transferees from the Petronas Angels.
Here, I think what would be interesting is to see how Ruby De Leon will really distribute the plays. I mean, we've seen how she has played, and she is the type of setter that will really utilize all of her attackers in front.
Reverse. Mitch Gumabaw. 4 will be serving 5. By the way, for the benefit of the viewers, and most of you might know this, but we will reiterate the fact that me and Anne are not there at the venue. The only people allowed at the venue, obviously, are the tournament and league officials, the players, obviously, the coaches, the teams, technical crew, and a few media members. I think there are 4 or 5 select media. And of course, one representative from us here, from our group of One Sports, Ai Tinsay, will join us in a bit. In the meantime, it's 6 serving 4. Panaga is denied. Chance here for the Realtors to go for a 3-point lead. Sabete changes her mind. They open up. Galanza. Phillips was there. Hinabol ni De Leon, but medyo napigilan siya because Del Palomata was also there, unfortunately.
So she didn't make it.
But she looks good. Gemma looks like she's in shape. You know, I was asking them in terms of their physical conditioning, and they said they are at around 8. From a scale of 1 to 10.
8 out of
as
10.
a team, yeah, they feel like they are at 8. And they're hoping to peak as the tournament obviously goes through. As Panaga finds an opening there to tie this match at 6-all, just as we expected at.
Well, many of us have probably witnessed how these teams have trained, you know, at the start of the pandemic on their own through online trainings until they eventually trained together. So it's that 8 out of 10 is good to hear.
Right, and it's all of them will tell you, Anne, as we see this rally here at 6-all, that iba yung Zoom training, and it's been very intense individually. And you know this, Anne, as a champion yourself, iba yung may bola, iba yung may court.
Iba yung may kalaban. If we have
Iba yung may
scrimmages,
kalaban,
yeah.
correct. Which most of them have not had. No tune-up matches, but they're looking good so far as Panaga puts it away, and they take over the lead. Down 6-4 or down 4-6, they're now 7-6 ahead.
So far, we've seen good variety of plays coming from CREAMLINE.
Galanza continues to serve. De Leon. Umaba was smart to it, but I think it was Morado who will be called for the lift here. What a nifty move by Ruby De Leon.
She's known for that. She's done that a lot.
What does Del Palomata bring here as an addition to Santa Lucia? And
I think number 1 is obviously the height
Right.
at the net. A different kind of energy. That's why when she was starting, no, people really liked watching her. You saw her grow into the game.
First technical timeout. We'll be back.
Still serving for CREAMLINE, service now for Jeanette Panaga.
We're back with you here on One Sports and One Sports Plus for the continuing coverage of opening day for your Premier Volleyball League, the first professional league in the Philippines. That would have been illegal. Actually, it was a legal hit by Aiza Miser, if I'm not mistaken, and Kalam Palabas. So now, this is, if I'm not mistaken, a 5-1 run by the Cool Smashers.
You see that they are comfortable, you know, moving together as a team.
He got able to put it away. Send it over. Pineda, open. And Sabete, who adjusts, open. Valdez trying to go for the corner. That is out. They're looking for a check. There's no check. 9-8 will be the score. This is a great match so far. You're looking at the other players waiting in the wings. Pam Lastimosa, former finals MVP, Amy Ahumiro, they're all in there for the Santa Lucia Lady Realtors. Combination play and a gaping hole at the back. How many times have we seen that from Gia Morado to Eliza Valdez?
Very good connection between these two. I think on that note, on the side of Santa Lucia, the Lady Realtors need to adjust their defense a bit.
Three-time PVL Finals MVP. De Leon, Phillips. Valdez still finds a way, but Pineda was there to cover. Easy ball for CREAMLINE. They dig it up. That is going to the corner. Mitch was hoping that she put a little bit of a top spin so the ball will go in, but nope, it is long. Mitch Kumabao, the rest of the CREAMLINE Cool Smashers ahead only by 1. The accolades for Ruby De Leon. Actually, pag inikot mo itong mga player na to, and this is what's so great about this year, every time you're going to see two teams play, you can pick 5 players from both teams who have a lot of personal achievements, accolades already, you know, tucked under their belt.
And that's what makes, you know, watching this professional volleyball league great, because you have all the best talents here.
That's one of them, Aiza Mizo. I have run out of, you know, paper space listing the achievements of Aiza Mizo from college to V-League to the PSL, and now I'm sure she's aching to get more here in the Premier Volleyball League. 11-10 is the score. Reverse set to Mitch. Great anticipation there at the down. Oh! Mizo Tortillas misjudging that ball.
It was a good try just to get that ball over. And usually lefties would have that advantage, you know, if you're trying to hit the ball at that angle.
Sato with another great serve. She's so good at those serves, but Del Palamata was so good in terms of closing the door there on Gemma Galanza. So they're sticking close here, 11 to 10. Nip and tuck affair, as they say, as Marjana Phillips backs up for the serve. Good serve. The push doesn't work, but it's still with them. They reverse it to Mitch. Mitch gets it through the block.
Now, attack coverage is something that is missing right now for the Lady Realtors.
Stuck in the mud yung paa ni Bang Pineda. Couldn't move. Pineda with the receive. Phillips from behind, and an easy block by Janet Banaga. Read well, right in the middle. Access denied.
And when things get predictable, look at that single block.
14-11. Mitch is back serving. Pineda underhands it. Sabete. We also have some high flyers here in Gemma Galanza, Liza Valdez, Jonah Sabete. And back in the day when she was a striker, we're talking about Bang Pineda. That's another one, but of course she's playing libero for the Lady Realtors.
But it's also the beauty of playing volleyball. It's how you get exposed to the different positions. In the case of Bang, she has really proven herself, you know, playing different positions. Her latest now as a libero, which is not easy, mind you.
De Leon, short stab by Palomata. Eliza, mataas ang bola. Bang will serve it up. And Sabete will check it out. As Sherwin Meneses will have, I think, around 4 games until Coach Tai Bundit, if I'm not mistaken, comes out of quarantine and coaches in person. The Creamline Pool Smashers. Chance here for the Lady Realtors. Umabaw sends it over. Pineda. Maizo lost her footing.
She was, I think, conscious about the attack line.
Yeah. Gemma Galanza back serving. They had a nice little run when Gemma Galanza was serving a little earlier. They were down by 2 and they all of a sudden led by 2. So let's see if they can duplicate that. As Phillips from behind that gets the net. Does it roll out? Yes, it does. So that means the Cool Smashers will lead 16-13.
Siya talaga yung superstar. Hilary talaga.
It's a league of professional superstars. That's what you're watching. The Premier Volleyball League Open Conference as Gemma Galanza iced by that second technical timeout, pushes that ball out to cut the lead down to 2 for the Lady Realtors, who have Del Palomata serving 14-16. Then counter.
Just a few exchanges. You know, we haven't seen a big lead so far, so it's been quite close.
17-14 is our score. Ricky Palu. Sports Vision. It's good receive. Great anticipation at the net. They go back to Jonah. Jonah had nobody in front of her, but she could not convert. But on the second jump, yeah, Jonah Sabete.
Definitely a high leaper. Just that, that last attempt didn't make it.
18-14 is our score there. That's out. This received by Aiza Maizo Pontilla, so that will cue a first timeout here by Coach Orculio. So 14-19. Am I correct, Dan? That was the first non-technical timeout,
Yes,
right? So
that's
kasi
right.
medyo bumuka na. This is the biggest lead. What are you seeing, Ann?
So I think in this case there have been quite a number of errors. So quite some free points that you know, the Cool Smashers have been getting from the Lady Realtors.
That's where the of course the bubble is. Lawag City, to be specific, it is PCV Social Civic and Cultural Center in Bacara, Ilocos Norte. These are just some of the scenes, some of the sites. Have you been to Ilocos Norte, Ann?
No, but that will be on top of my list
Should be.
once, you know,
It
things
should
are
be.
much better.
To see all of these, you know, sites. Back to the game, 19-14. Banaga continues to serve. Sabete receives. Phillips in the middle. Easy pickings for Creamline. Nice block there by Reyes. Valdez tries to go for a faster attack. This one opens up. Phillips unable to keep it in play. That is the first bomb, I think, for the game for many-time MVP Eliza Valdez. 6-point lead, which forces Coach Orculio to bring in Kai Palualua, who's telling her teammates to relax and smile and not be too pressured.
It's something that they would need at this point. You see the persistence on the side of the Cool Smashers. What has been working for the Lady Realtors really is the height at the net. But they just need to be a little bit more consistent on that one.
Cheng is also in the ball game for the first time. Free ball. Cheng sets up Sabete, who puts it away.
Nice explosive attack from Sabete. Great angle as well.
You said it perfectly. Explosive. Jonas Sabete, who is extremely thankful to the Santa Lucia corporation, for not only taking her in, but providing her and Jovi Panaga a place near their training center so that they don't have to go far to go back and forth through their training bubble.
Which is very critical at this point.
20-15 is our score.
Probably the biggest lead that we've seen.
It's 21-15. Sasato, Gia Morado. Sabete receiving. What was wrong there? Was that the set? Was it the reception to begin with?
Starting with the pass, but also the timing of Kai. It's a little bit off here.
Right. So we have another timeout here by Coach Orculio. Coach Orculio, of course, who basically came in at the same time that Mika Reyes came in for the Santa Lucia Realtors.
A lot of changes to be embraced.
This is the biggest lead, 22-17.
Quite a number of substitutions also for the Lady Realtors.
As Aiza Maizo Potillas will sit down for a while and watch from the sidelines as Gia Morado. set. Gumabaw. That is a tough set. And a tough set to receive from her side, Anne, wasn't it? Look at this.
Look at the... It was in between the two blockers.
23-15. We're having some technical issues, just in case you guys are wondering. We're trying to fix right now. Now it is 24-15. Wow, this just all of a sudden, kanina, tikita tayo, palitan now. You know, CREAMLINE just pulling away.
It was a good start for the Lady Realtors, but has slowed down a bit tail end of this first set. And it's these errors that we've mentioned earlier. So that we've been seeing quite a few errors. A bit of a struggle with the passes as well.
You're also seeing, and the fact that maybe, at least from the very first set, you're seeing that CREAMLINE is really just more familiar with each other as a team. And it's manifesting just the first set. And we expected that. They're the defending champions. They have a solid core. They've been training for almost 2 months in Clark. As a touch error, I believe. Oh, is it an overreach for Gia Morado? Yeah, so Santa Lucia gets a point there. So delaying CREAMLINE Cool Smashers from taking this first set. Morado shoots this. Gumabaw on the open. De Leon. Eliza. That's out. So Santa Lucia Lady Realtors hanging on in this set. Trying to make a go of it. And if usually coaches will tell you that, even if parang lamang na at mananalo na yung kabila, you don't want to let go and just give them the set.
And, you know, it's not over until they hit 25.
It's still not over. 24-18 on score. Sherwin Meneses will call his very first time out. So it is in situations like this when Tai is coaching and it seems like he cannot finish a set, he just calls this timeout and does nothing.
It's just to slow them down, you know, make them think. They just need to cut the momentum and turn it over on their side. In this case, yun nga, it's just slowing them down. Probably just what do you need to do? It's just 1 point.
And also to kind of halt the momentum. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. 24-18. Elusive working point here in the first set.
Oh, but
Lisa Santos, so the set ends at 25-18. The defending champions